Hey guys, Franklin here from Online Dimes, and this is my third video in my affiliate series. I got myself a new microphone this week since a lot of you guys said that my last mic wasn't very good, and I completely agree, it was really bad. Macs don't have the best standard microphones in them. This video is about keyword research, and this is probably the most important step in trying to sell an affiliate product on a website. Now, you should by now have a product of some sort, so whether it's a affiliate product, a CPA product, a product you're selling, a physical product that you're selling, like an imported product, just any type of product, okay? So we've got that, we've got a product. Now, keyword research is the next thing, and it's very important. So you've got keywords, right? And you want to rank for a specific keyword. Now you've got to optimize your website for that keyword. And you've got hard keywords, then you've got medium. Excuse my writing, I'm not very good at writing. I actually had a motorbike crash a few years ago and I had to learn how to write from scratch, and it was very hard to do. So we've got hard, medium, and low. I will just say easy, sorry. And then we're going to be going for the keywords called long tail. And these are keywords that are longer than your usual keywords, because the ones that are short are quite hard to rank for. So I've got hard, medium, and easy, and for affiliate marketing I usually go for the medium and easy ones. I don't even bother going for the hard ones. So let's go over and look in my program for keyword research. Now you can use, just before we do that, you can use Google Keyword Planner. Okay, I'll just put Planner here, but I use Longtail Pro. And I only use this because it's convenient for me. This is completely free, and you can use this for free, but it just doesn't have the competition analysis on it. Now, Longtail Pro takes all of its metrics from this Google Planner, so it's exactly the same thing, just Longtail Pro is a lot easier to use, and it is better in the long run if you're going to be doing keyword research all the time. So let's head over to my web browser, and I'll show you exactly how I do my keyword research and my competition analysis. Alright guys, so I'm in ClickBank right now, and this is a standard kind of place people go to get their products. I mentioned a few other places in my first video, so if you want to know some other places like CPA offers and all of that kind of good stuff, you can go and have a look at that video. Now, I looked through here before I started this video just to speed things up a little bit, and I found a book on learning how to play the piano, and it has a sale price, initial sale price of $30.20, so that's what I'll get for making a sale. I don't go below 30. I try to stay between 30, kind of 50. I have another one that I'm selling at the moment, and I get $58 per commission per sale. So you know, that's a really nice one for me to have, and I'm making a little bit of money off that. So I've picked a Rocket piano here, and you want to make sure it's got a vendor spotlight section, and because this will give you kind of banners and some options like that, and we're going to be using this later on in my next video about making a website. So you want to make sure it's got one of these. I mean, you don't have to, but it's good if it does, because you've got more options when you're making your website. You want to check out the page, make sure it looks nice, make sure it's not you know, just some dead site or not very clean, doesn't really appeal to you. If it doesn't appeal to you, it's not going to appeal to the people that you're trying to sell it to. So this is a good site, I really like it, and you want to make sure it has a contact. Yeah, it's got a contact us at the bottom, so this is good. You know, if you need to contact them about anything, if you need to get a sample, you might better get a review copy from them. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is bring up my Longtail Pro, and what I've done is I've gone through and I've kind of put just a few things here. So piano lessons, learn how to, and then playing piano, and you've got to go through and do a lot of variations. Like I might do this, and then I'll come back and do another set of 4 or 5 or 6. You can put 10 in here or 20, but I always seem to have issues when I do that, so I just stay to a minimum. Then what I do is I don't really do anything here, so I'll untick that. I just did my average at minimum of 20 searches, and then I did number of words, so I want a minimum of 4 words, and then I just click generate. I'm going to cancel this really quickly because it's already done it for me, so I could speed up the video. Now, what I did, very simple, I just went through and I just would click calculate on a whole bunch of these, right? And it brings up the average competition for the keyword. Okay, it looks like Google Planner is actually down at the moment, so don't take any notice of this, but something will show up. Now, what I have found, where is it? I had a 19 somewhere here. Yeah, see, here we go. Oh, so it's back up the top. So I've found piano lessons for kids, and the reason this kind of appealed to me is there's all your kind of piano, how to play piano and all that stuff, but kids is another niche. It's another niche different to your standard how to play piano niche, right? So this appealed to me. And then what I did is I just, I've sped this up a bit for you guys just to keep the video kind of going at a good pace. Now, in here you'll notice that it says 32, and back here at our research it says 19. This is why I say in all my videos, all my articles, all my tutorials is do not trust the metrics of these programs. It's never correct. Well, it's never correct for me anyway. Some people say, there's a problem with your program or something like that, and that might be true, but I just don't use the metrics in these programs. People might stop at this point and think, 19, cool, I can go make a website now and rank for it, but it doesn't really work like that. I only use these here just to make it easy for me while I'm scrolling through the keywords, because one might come up and say 50 or 60 and I just won't even bother with it. So, you don't trust the metrics of these programs. Now what I do here is I go to title and I want to just see how they're optimized for the keyword. These ones here have the keyword at the front of the title. This one here doesn't have the full keyword, it has part of it. These aren't very optimized at all, and I think I could do better, and this will give me an advantage when I try to rank. Same with the URL. These guys don't really this is Yelp. I think I'll be able to outrank that, especially since these ones are. A lot of them, this one has, kids, piano lessons. So, you get the idea. Next thing I look at is just how many links are coming in. But I don't really, I personally don't really look at this much because I do a lot of my stuff manually, and I'm going to show you that right now, okay? So, this is basically at the point where I think, I've had a look, everything looks all good, and I'm going to go into my browser and do some more research, okay? Alright, so I'm in my top 10 and I've searched for it. Now, one thing I do want to mention, okay, is you need to be on the same IP as the country that you're trying to rank for. So if you're trying to rank for America, when you're doing your research, you want to be on an American IP. So I used a program called Hide My Ass, and you basically download it. I pay a fee for it, and then it's like $16 a year or something like that. And then I change to an American IP. And the reason is Google will customize the search depending on the terms that the person puts in and depending on the country. So this is when I did it on an American IP, and this here is when I did it on my own country. And see, it came up with stuff from my country here. So big difference, big difference. And this is a mistake that people make all the time. So you need to be on the IP of the country you're ranking for. Now, it won't affect you in the long run. You're still going to rank for different countries, or you might rank for words that you didn't mean to rank for. It's not going to affect you in any way. It's just going to help you in your keyword research, okay? So we're going to get rid of this one because this is the one for my country, and we're going to go for the American one. What I do is I have a tool called Mozbar. It's free, and all I do is go through, and this is why I don't read the links in my research tool, because I would rather use the Mozbar tool. It gives me a better indication, it's more accurate, and I find it easy to use. Now I go through and I look at every single website in here. So I'm going to open this one, open this one, open this one, open this one. I'm going to keep going. I'll just do those ones, okay? I'm not going to worry about the rest right now. And I have a look, and this has some good page authority. It's got a lot of links coming in, and it's actually quite a nice site. So I don't think, I would have to put in a lot of effort to outrank this site right here. They've got a good following on Facebook, so they probably get a lot of social shares. So I'm going to leave this one, and I'm going to go to the next one. This one is also a really nice site. I haven't actually had a look at these ones. They've got some good, they've got a Twitter going. So this one would also might be a harder one to outrank. I mean, it's only got 80 links coming in. It's got 31 page authority. So I might be able to get in front of this one, but it won't be till later on when I do a bit more hardcore SEO. This one here is another nice site. looks quite nice. I haven't seen this one either. Page authority 36. It's got some links coming in. It's got a lot of Facebook shares and Google Pluses. Okay, so I'm going to get out of this one as well. This one here is quite nice as well. But these two caught my eye because these are not good. Look at them. They're not good at all. Like, this has nothing on it, and this is the same. There's barely anything on here. So I think I could outrank these with ease. So I'm basically going to be able to get myself, I think, in this position here, which is 5th or 6th, and I'll be happy with this. You know, I don't necessarily need to get to the top, so I would be happy with this if I can get into this position here. And as you can see, I don't have to do much to beat these guys. This is so easy to beat. I mean, these guys aren't even ranked. This site here isn't even ranking for my keyword. It's ranking for piano lessons for children, but for some reason it's popping up when I do keyword lessons for kids. So you just got to have a look and, you know, basically figure out whether you think you can rank for that keyword, because no program can really tell you if you can rank for it or not. It's up to you whether you think you can, how much work you're willing to put in to rank for that keyword. So once you've done this, you can also look at the backlinks, and this is also very important. You want to do this at this stage of the affiliate marketing, but you know, you don't want to do it later on because you want to make sure you can actually outrank them now. So we're going to copy this guy's URL, and I use a program called Seo Spyglass. This is free. I'll put a link in the description. There is a paid version, but you don't need it if you're not doing hardcore research. I'm just going to go to new project. I'm going to put in the URL, sorry. And it's going to do a search. This might take a while, so we'll come back to it. Okay, so it's done its job. It took about 11 seconds. I'm going to click finish. And it comes up with all these backlinks. Now you're probably thinking, what the hell is all this stuff? So I'm going to make it a little bit easier for you. You want to click on backlinks from home. So he's got no backlinks coming from any home pages, and this is good. This is what we want to see. Next thing, I click on backlinks from blogs and forums, and I want to look for spam, okay? Because spam indicates that he's had some poor SEO done, or he's done it himself and he just hasn't done it very well. This is spam here. Chinese stuff, Asian stuff, Russian stuff related, kind of the similar to that. And it's not always all spam, but most of the time it is. And then we've got backlinks from directories here. And you also want to look at kind of what anchor text they've used. And this guy's used piano lessons for children for most of his anchor text, and maybe this is why it keeps showing up in Google for other for lessons for kids, because it's just super optimized for children that Google's just putting it anywhere, And it's also got anchor text. There's actually no anchor text here, just this site. There's nothing. There's more Asian stuff here. I haven't had much of a look through here. This is just with traffic coming from these sites. Now, another good thing about this program is you can actually replicate the backlinks, okay? So let's just say you're like, well, where's this backlink coming from? Load it up. And it's not loading, so I'm going to, here we go. So this is a forum. And he's obviously done something here and got his backlink put on here. Now, what you can do is you can sign up. If you can sign up here, you can post a post as well, and you can get your backlink from this site, giving you a backlink that your competitor has. And you can keep going, and you can go to other ones here. So we've got some more. Taking a while to load here. Now he's somehow got a backlink from this site, so you can figure out how he's done it, and you can replicate it. So he might have, I think he's probably done a blog comment somewhere on here. Okay, so just put a blog comment down, and it doesn't matter if it's no follow because you want diversity anyway. People always, I'll just get do follow, but Google doesn't like that. And he's also got a thing from here. I don't know if I want to put my backlink on this site. It doesn't look very appealing. But you kind of get the idea. So keyword research is very simple. I'm going to finish this now. I've covered everything. So you got your product. You want to make sure it's got a vendor page here. Then you want to check it out. Make sure it's all good. Make sure you can sell it. Make sure you want to sell it. We go to the bottom here. want to check out your top 10. Well, actually first, sorry, you want to do a search here. You want to find a whole bunch of keywords. Now, sorry, I don't mean a whole bunch, okay? If maybe you're starting a website and you're going to do a lot of pages, then yes, but I'm just going to be starting a one-page website to start with, and I've picked 3 keywords. I'm going to show you what keywords I've picked in my article here. I'll just refresh this. Now the reason I've picked 3 is because I'm going to put 3 keyword variations in my front page, and I'm going to rank for those. I'll come back once this is loaded up. Okay, actually it's just loaded now. So we're going to go down. And I've picked piano lessons for kids, piano lessons for toddlers, best online piano lessons for a total of 3,000 searches per month. And just while we're here, I want to show you, this is what I sent to my writer. Okay, he charges $4 per 500 words. Hey bud, can I get a 1,000-word article? My title is Best Online Piano Lessons for Kids. Now you can change this later on. I just gave this for him so he can research it. My main keyword is going to be piano lessons for kids, and then I'm going to add in best online and toddlers. Now most people would add best online piano lessons, but the thing is that's when you start over-optimizing your article, because Google will see lessons so many times. So I'm just going to put in best online and toddlers, and Google will pick that if that's what the person's searching for. So you don't actually have to put in all of these keywords, you just got to put in variations of the keyword. But this is my main keyword, so I have my main keyword in there as well. And then I just say use the keyword piano lessons for kids 5 or 6 times, and the other keywords 3 to 4 times. Cheers. And that's what I send to my writer. In about 1 or 2 days he'll get back to me and he will have my article for me. So I've got that out of the way. Now we'll go back to the research again. So yeah, find your words, just check the competition on here. Then you want to quickly check your competitor analysis, and you want to make sure you can outrank the titles. I mean, if you see really optimized titles, then that's a clear indication that you might not rank for it if the competitiveness is quite high. I mean, I know this is 32 and I'm going to be going off the 19, but even if this is 32, I could probably still, if this really is 32, I could probably still rank for it, because these titles aren't very optimized, and the websites, as you can see, aren't very good. Okay. Now, once you've done that, you just want to search. Make sure you change your IP address to a American or UK or whatever country you've searched your keywords from, and then you want to suss out your top 10. And I've done that. I've actually haven't looked at these ones, but see, this is just a WordPress blog, so you could easily outrank this just by looking at it. I know I could outrank that. And then you just sort out your competition. Figure out who they are, figure out their backlinks. Can you beat this design? I mean, anyone can beat this design nowadays, and anyone could beat this. All you've got to do is do a 500-word article or something, and you've already beaten this guy. You don't even need to put up anything that's going to help in your search. You need to do an article, put in a picture, and you're done. So this is where the main keyword research goes on. It doesn't go on in programs like this. These are just guidelines to help you get the keywords. Now I hope that helped you. Now my next video is going to be about making the website. So I'm going to make a website from scratch, and it's going to be probably going to be a very long video, but it's going to be worth it. I'm going to go from signing up to a hosting all the way through to doing my article, and I'm going to do the article that I'm getting from my writer. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, you can ask me at onlinedimes.com. Hey, if you like this video, feel free to check out any of my other affiliate marketing videos, and don't forget to subscribe if you like my channel.